everyone in between, welcome to the stream. So Thursday we are here. We're going to be doing some cooking. Yay! Hopefully OBS and the internet will remain usable. But anyway, so today I figured with Christmas just gone, I was thinking Christmas and New Year's, I was thinking that a recipe that involves a little bit of ham, a little bit of leftover ham, would be good. So we're going to do that. What we're going to do today is we are going to do some ham and egg wraps. The recipe that we're using today is enough to make four wraps. We are using, we're going to be using gyros bread to go with this. So we might end up only making two, because big. As we know, gyros wraps are huge. So we're going to do that. We're going to have now. Also, the recipe calls for curried eggs, which most curries have chili in, so unfortunately that is not going to be something that I can eat. So instead, we're going to be doing mustard eggs. So we're going to do some mustard eggs for this one, but mustard goes well with ham as well, so we're going to go there. We're going to see how we go. And yeah, ta-da! So, first things first, eggies! We're going to get 4 eggs and put them on the boil. You never know, I may end up making this all over again. We'll see how much goes into the gyros wraps, because gyros wraps are bigger than I think the bread for the original recipe was meant to be. I'm going to throw that on. Now this is one of the, I think this is a bit weird. This is one of the weird things I do. I tend to put the eggs in cold, when the water's cold. Ah! Oh, I just dinted an egg. Let's put the dinted one in. And hope it doesn't die. I tend to put the eggs in cold because and then I start the timing from when it starts boiling. I usually go, depending on what I'm doing, this sort of thing where I want a harder yolk, I tend to go for 7-8 minutes to get that firmer yolk, because I don't want it googing through what we're going to mix it up into. So yeah. Right, so while that's coming up, the other day we had some really nice ribs done smoked in the not the slow cooker, in the acorn barbecue. Still not sure about the acorn, but anyway, that's a different story. So what we had at the end was a whole heap of leftover marinade. And I thought, what are we going to do with marinade? We're going to do this. So there you go. Took the marinade from the ribs and cut up a heap of eye of the round, which depending on the way you cut it up, depends on what the chew factor of your jerky can be. I tend to cut across the grain. That way you get a much better, I think you get a much better jerky out of that. So anyway, we put about half the marinade that was there, so about a cup, no, 2 cups, about 2 cups of marinade, in with about 1.7 kilos of eye of the round, cut really thin, and left it 24 hours in the fridge just to marinate. Then took it out, threw it in the dehydrator, and jerky. So, really, really nice flavour in it. I like the sort of chew that you get from Eye of the Realm. I did find though, normally when you dehydrate something, when the jerky, one of the jerkies I've done before is just salt and pepper jerky, where literally just salt and pepper, put on the meat, put it in the dryer, done, you've got jerky. And the flavours came out so much more on the dried meat, which was weird. This, on the other hand, the flavour has stayed really subtle, right? Well, subtle compared to where I thought it was going to go. But, really tasty. I'll eat some more of that later, so I'm not talking at you with my mouth full. So yeah. I can just, this stuff, I'm eating it fast at the moment, but this stuff I will chew like gum and just sit there and just flavour keeps rolling out of it. It's amazing how much flavour rolls out of it. Anyway, so prep work. We're starting to boil the eggs. That's not an issue. Alright, we need some mayo. Get that out of the fridge. They didn't have my mayo. Is it just me? Serious question, right? If you're watching, jump into chat, or if you're watching on YouTube, put something in the comments, throw in the comments. Is it just me, or since COVID, have there been a lot more random shortages of food in supermarkets near you? Like, I walked into the supermarket the other day, not an egg in there, not a single egg. I'm like, how do you have egg shortages when eggs are a constant? It's not like they're affected by weather or anything. I mean, if you've got a massive disease running through the population of chickens that's killing chickens, yeah, that would do it. I would have thought I would have heard about that if it was happening though. But yeah, and weird shortage. Sometimes there's just no bread, but bread's a... I think Rach was saying it sometime that she was having it up her way as well. Leave me a comment, see what you think. I don't know. But it seems to be there's a lot more random food shortages since COVID. I didn't think there was, and then someone pointed it out to me, and now I'm really noticing it. Anyway, don't know. I don't know, and I don't like it. Fish and chips. My language murdered. Alright, now we're going to do... Sorry, we've been playing that a lot in the shop. Pauline Pants Down did a song that took the Mickey out of Pauline Hanson, one of our politicians. And in the Forge, it's been playing at least once a session in the Forge. It's just stuck in my head. I wish I could get my blooming fealty oath stuck in my head. Alright, so we've got some garlic chives going on here. You can tell garlic chives usually because they're flatter. They actually look like grass, weirdly. But they got that chive flavour, right? As you do for normal chives. But then right in the back of it, right at the end of it, it's just this ever so subtle hint of garlic. It's really nice. And as you know, if you watch the channel, as you know, we like garlic around here. So we're going to cut this up. I want to get it fairly fine because this is going into the mix. We'll do the same with the coriander in just a minute. It's horrible at the moment. I found a really, what is supposedly a really good cookbook on French cuisine, written I think in the the original was written I think in the late 1800s, but it's been in print ever since. And it's like, god damn it, guys. I want 4 books. I want that book, a couple of others, a couple of armor ones, and it's like, and that's $2,500 worth of books. I'm like, what the jeez, ah. It's ridiculous. Now, sure, a couple of them are textbooks, so you know, and especially if it's mandatory for courses as a textbook, that just automatically adds a 0. It's like, why do you do this? Alright, so the recipe here calls for 2 tablespoons of finely chopped garlic. It's probably a little more than that, but that's okay. I like the flavour. Now, we don't want the stems. You can put the stems in here if you really want. It's entirely up to you. There's probably fibre in it. But I am simply going to take the leaves, well, mostly leaves. There are, of course, going to be some stems in this. But the stems will, of course, go in the compost. So. But right, so we're going, this wants a tablespoon of coriander. Again, I like coriander, so we're going to do a little more than that. I'm going to get these leafies back in their leafy container. Go back in. Now that looks, obviously that looks like a blooming half a cup, but when you chop it down, it really does get a lot smaller. And this is a thing that I've always wondered about these measurements, right? It's the recipes always say, you know, put a tablespoon of coriander leaves. it's like, okay, well, if I do the coriander leaves by themselves, it's going to be like 5 leaves. And then depending on how much I chop them is going to determine, like, so that you can see as, well, you may not be able to see actually, but this has very much diminished in volume. If I then decided to get the mezzaluna out, it would be a lot thinner. It would be a lot smaller. So I'm sure that somewhere around the world, if I looked into the right cookbook, it was probably, start with 280 grams of it, and then, whoa. All right, so that's on the boil. Now I've got to actually keep an eye on that. And it hasn't exploded, which is nice. Clock. Timer. Let's go for 6 minutes. That'll do, because it's been on for a while. Now, the more you boil it, the more likely you're going to get a grey ring around around the yolk. I don't have an issue with that. Some people do. Some people reckon as soon as you get that grey, it tastes like crap and it's overcooked, and I don't care. It has never particularly worried me. So that's up to you. Best recommendation I have with that is keep a really good eye on your timer. If you want it done exactly this way, get the same grammage eggs all the time, and keep an eye, really do a batch, right, where you take one out every minute, open it up and eat it. And when you get to that right one, you go, right, well, that was how I did it. So I do this really loosely with time. You know, it's hard to get that exact timing when you're throwing the eggs in and they're starting to cook as they heat up. But I'm not really fussed about that. So that's up to everyone's own ness. Hello, Beanie. Howdy, old Beanie. What you doing, little Beanie? Meow. I don't know if you heard that, but she's got the cutest little squeak. Alright. Whoa. Alright, Beanie. Come on. Teeny bit of ham for the Beanie. Alright. What are we doing? Oh, right. We're getting our tablespoon measures out. Because we're going to need a tablespoon of curry. The hell? In just a minute. So this is pretty much it. We chop the eggs up, we put some mayo in, chives, the coriander, mix it all up, throw it in some bread, and we're good. Right? But one of the good things about this is, especially if you're sick of ham, because, you know, Christmas, New Year's, just stuffing your face full of ham. Depending on how much mustard or curry that you put into this, you can, you still get all the protein and all the benefits of the ham, but it's not necessarily the main flavor. Which, when you're trying to use up an ingredient before you have to throw it out, oftentimes it's because, you know, you're going, oh, I don't really want to eat that. Sick of that. Had too much of that. Well, here's a way. Alright. How long have we got? 2 minutes. We are going to need... Which one? Like, style. Do eggs... I don't know. Which chopping board would you use for eggs? I don't have a... I think there is a poultry one. Is there a poultry one? Yes. No, there's a raw poultry one. That's the yellow. That's the yellow board. I don't have a yellow board yet. I want all the boards. I'm actually thinking eggs gone. No, eggs had probably gone red because it's like red technically is raw meat, but we're not. What the? Okay. Someone melted a section of my chopping board. Not happy, Jan. Alright. So yeah, protein. Source of protein. We'll put the eggs on the protein board. I don't know. We'll call it that. Hey, you buddy. What you doing? Now we've got a buffer in the house. I swear, he could be like 12 miles away. He will hear one of the other cats eating and just appear. Where's your buddy? Yes, you. I have all the kitties today. Well, 2 of the 3. What are you doing, buddy? She'll swat you. Buddy gets this strut going. Finley, he gets this strut going. And he'll strut at Beanie, and Beanie will just go, dude, no. She's smaller than him, but she's a ruffian. It's awesome. Alright, here we go. Alarm's about to go off. Some more coffee. Let's go. Alright. Steam! Glorious steam! Alright, so I do want these eggs mostly cool, because if they're too hot, they will just turn the mayonnaise to oil. So I'm going to peel them off. These eggs were getting a bit on the old side, so they're probably not going to peel exceptionally well. My shakes don't make it any easier. There we go. You've got to get that membrane. You get that membrane, they peel so much easier. If you don't, it's a gigantic pain in the ass. Again, we're not too worried about, as we're peeling them, we're not too worried about if they get a bit chunky or they take off, or if they take off some extra of the white, because we're about to chop them up and mash them up and do all the things to them anyway. So this part doesn't have to be pretty because you are not presenting a complete egg. I always try, if I'm presenting it as a boiled egg, I always try to, it's so much harder in the peeling. to get it right. You've seen me making the beetroot pickled eggs, you'll see. Shush. This is the one we busted. So, come on, peel you bugger. Boom. Love it when it goes like that. I'm just knuckling it. There's probably some much better way to peel eggs. If there is, I don't know what it is. Oh look, there's 2 white eggs and a brown egg. But all of this eggshell will go into the oven. We'll cook it up, and then it gets turned into grit to go into the worm farm. So not even the eggshells get wasted. As I understand it, you can, if you have your own chickens, you can feed the shells back in their feed. But again, same deal. You need to crush it up really fine. And you can feed it back to your chickens without turning them into egg eaters. And again, depending on your breed, you may not need to. If you've got like Isa Browns that are the lay everyday ones, they go through so much calcium. So I think over time I've been involved with, I think, about 10 Isa Browns, and nearly half of them turned into egg eaters. Which is where I learnt the trick of feeding the shells back to them. Yep, the amount of things you learn. And you're going, this ain't right. Whoops, why did nobody tell me this? Ta-da! How you doing, Rage? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Now we're gonna need fling an eggshell everywhere. We're going to need a small container. That one. Put all the eggshell in. So, how you doing, Rach? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. What are you up to this fine Thursday? Just got attacked by a buddy. Doing okay, just pottering about now before work. Ah, yeah, fair. Ooh, cool morning storm. I do like morning storms. Wow, that water is really warmed up. I am pretty good, actually. I'll give that another little... I had a nice sleep in. Which, you know, it's always good. It's always good to get a nice little sleep in. Now, am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? I don't know. How am I doing this? Somebody tell me how I'm doing this. I'm going to do it in a bowl. Hey, buddy. Buddy wants to play. So what we're going to do is we are going to just slice the eggs up a little bit, then we're going to put them in the bowl, hit them with a fork, bring them down to a consistency that I kind of want them at. Again, that's up to you. If you want your eggs to be big and chunky, well, make them big and chunky. You want them to be really fine, make them really fine. There is... look, there is probably a way that, oh, this is the perfect blah de blah. But if you're cooking for yourself, cook for yourself. Damn, we got that perfect. Alright, so we'll just stop here so you can see this is what most people consider a perfect egg. The yolk is solid, there's no grey around the outside of that yolk. It's crumbly, but it still retained all its colour. Perfect. So yes, we're using the protein board. Suppose you could put this in a blender and just puree the crap out of it. I don't know why you would, but you could. I usually hit it with a potato masher, not because of consistency, but because of convenience, laziness. Yeah, I can see that, Rach. I like hitting it with a fork. Although now you've said that, I kind of want to hit it with a potato masher and see what happens. Do like a good ratio of yellow to white per mouthful, but if someone else is making me a sandwich, I'll eat it however it comes. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely fair, Roach. Alright, so we're just getting a couple of large little bits of yolk left that I want, of white left. Of the chicken. I know I've probably said this before, but yes, the white is the chicken, not the yolk. Alright, so that looks good to me. There's some bite-sized bits in there. Well, not quite. Oh, no, that bit's too big. So's that bit. Yeah, just give it a stir around, see what you think. If you find a bit that's too big or whatever, just mash it. Do you. You do you, boo. Or an emulsion blender. Look, if you want a nice liquidy liquid, if you want to be able to drink this through a straw, go for it. Alright. Now, like I said, we're not using curry powder. We are using mustard today. So, ooh, here we go. We're going to use a tablespoon and maybe a little bit. There we go. That is a bit chunkier than I would like. So I don't want a massive mouthful. So I'm just going to real quick put it through a sieve just to make it a bit finer and hopefully spread that bit easier. Garlic chives and coriander go in now. And mayonnaise. Now this is nearly dead. Now it says 1/3 cup. I'm going to see how that mashes in, but I've got a sneaking suspicion that we may end up adding a little more. Right, we're going to use up the last of this mayo first. There we go. Then we've got a squeeze pack. So, lick the spoon. These really long spoons, I think they're actually for milkshakes. Like milkshake teaspoons. They're so great for getting in the bottom of those big jars. So much easier. Alright, do we need to do an open thing? Probably. Yep. I don't usually buy this brand of mayonnaise. The one I usually buy is the one that was using free-range eggs first. Yeehaw! That was oddly satisfying. There you go. Parfait spoons. Is that what they are? Cool. Okay. Now I'm just making a mess. That was funny. Sorry, that has really just tickled me. Oh wait, I still need that. Good thing I didn't lick it. Oh my god, I've just realized there is mayonnaise in my keyboard. I know one form of chicken embryo is escaping from the other, another kind, right? Okay. Glob. You have a glob of mayonnaise in the keyboard. This is not where it's meant to be. going to have to do something about that. And try not to push it further into the keyboard. Push the button. I was waiting to see if alright, that'll do for now. At least what's left shouldn't be leaking into the electronics at least. Anyway, good lord, cleaning up's going to be fun this afternoon. Alright, so we now mix this. I really don't think there's going to be enough mayonnaise for this. The way I tend to judge if there is enough mayonnaise is if the egg all sticks together, right? If it crumbles a bit, if it's a bit too crumbly, or it's a bit, I want to be able to spoon this into whatever I'm making. So a sandwich, whatever, pick up a big spoon of it, put it down, it doesn't fall out of the sandwich, it holds itself together. So, this is a teeny bit crumbly, so I'm going to put just a splash more in. Not very much, just a little bit. And again, that's up to you. If you like it really crumbly, put less in. If you like it, you know, wet and gooey, put more in. There we go, that's better. Alright, I'm much happier with the consistency of that. So, you can see that it's not falling apart, it's just holding itself together, and yeah. And that's the mix. We're almost there. We are pretty much done. So what we're going to do is we have some super soft wraps. Resealable packaging. Where's the resealable? Before I cut off the resealing bit. I don't know how you're meant to reseal this. Don't know. Well, looks like they're not going to be. We're not going to be resealing it. Right, let's see. If there's going to be a reseal, it's going to be at the top. Oh, reusable packaging. I don't know why it's reusable, but alright, let's grab a plate. Hey, buddy. There's daddy long legs in the cupboard. Ding. Right, so this mix we've got, on top of everything else we've done, we've also got 200 grams of shaved ham. And this is meant to make 4 of these wraps. I am not holding my breath for that. I don't think it's going to make 4. But anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to put the ingredients in, but we're also going to try and make it look a little pretty at the end of it. So I'm laying the cos lettuce. I know it's on a white plate, a white bread on a white plate. I'm laying the cos lettuce over just over the edge that little bit, so that when we pick it up, there's going to be that nice leafy green sticking out the top. I'm being all artistic. Wow. Forgotten how woody Cos lettuce tastes. It's been a while since I've had it. So, now we put in theory, 50 grams of ham, of shaved ham. We're just going to lay that about. I don't know how much we've got, how much 50 grams we've got. Let's find out. Let's find out how much I've used. I did have 200 grams for today's set. Alright, so I've used a little over 50. Let's go for the mix. Okay, that's about 50 grams of that. And then we use a quarter. Jeez, we're only using a quarter of this? Okay. That's really not very much. But that is about a quarter of the egg. I really should stop stuffing myself randomly. But... Ah! Gross! Ads! No! Bad! Bad ads! Stop it! Shush! Alright, there we go. Bloody unauthorized ads. Alright. So, just trying to sort of spread that out a bit so that it gets everywhere. Mmm. Damn, tastes good though. Alright. Now the one thing we haven't done in this whole process yet is season to taste. So I'm going to put a bit of salt on. I'm a bit of a salt freak. We know this. Put a bit of pepper in. Just a light sprinkle of pepper. Then we're going to wrap it up. I'm going to wrap this up and chow down. So there we go. Ta-da! Nice little wrap. It's not it's not sticking together. Alright. I might turn around this way. I don't know why I keep taking photos of it. I've got to do the Insta thing. This is what we cooked today. Alright. So this is the actual size it should be. So here we go. Ah! Mmm. Could probably do with a little less mustard. But other than that, oh, this is tasty. I may actually, so I'd probably bring the mustard down to maybe half a tablespoon. Maybe put another egg in. Just because, you know, I like big serves. It's definitely tasty. There is that little bit of, you get a little bit of the ham, but it's certainly not the highlight here. Wow. You get, through all of this though, you get that, the cos lettuce gives you that really nice bit of crunch. This would be perfect for a summer lunch. Take this out of the fridge, just woof it down on a hot summer's day. So nice. You know what? Really filling. I haven't had breakfast this morning. This is effectively breakfast. And I'm already starting to go, man, I should probably put this down. So yummy. So very yummy. And like I said, I know I should put this down, but I just want more of the flavor. It's like, give me more flavor. Noms. Sorry. I'm actually lost in eating this. So that should actually tell you something. That I'm gone. That I'm just so far gone. Just taken away with the food. Whew. Let's come back to reality, shall we? So that is really nice. Like I said, probably drop a little bit off the mustard. In this case, I'm gonna probably boil up another couple of eggs, throw it in there, a bit more mayo, just to take down the amount of mustard we put in. I'm gonna make that. This is what we get when we're experimenting. We'll make that half a tablespoon of mustard powder. Everything else though. Now again, you can scale this to whatever you want. If you wanted to use the full 200 grams of ham and then sure, you can do that. But I didn't think that was going to be enough egg. I really didn't. If I was making this sight unseen, I would have put maybe twice as much egg in that, but it really didn't need it. It was a good balance. It was a good balance between everything, between all the ingredients. So now we're down to the bread bit. You know, that part where you're out of ingredients. You've just got the bread. Nice. And healthy, probably. Oh, gross, healthy. Oh. Alright. So there we go. Let's turn down the music. Whoop, that's not the right button. Give me the correct button. There we go. Alright, so, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, that was a stream. Whew. Now, coming up, we have tomorrow. We are playing some more Valheim free build. We'll have Autumn, and hopefully for a little while we'll have Gym Talk. Then we go around to next Tuesday, where we're continuing with Baldur's Gate 3, the second season 2, the second playthrough. We are just killing everyone. It's the Hill playthrough. Wednesday evening we do some more Assassin's Creed 3. Then back around to Thursday, where we do more cooking. As always, if you have a recipe that you would like me to try out, let me know. You can DM me, you can join us on Discord, you can do all the things. Wraps are the opposite of drumstick ice creams. The bottom of a wrap is just bread, but the bottom of the cone is all delicious chocolate. Maybe that's what we need. We need to just spread some delicious chocolate on the bottom of a wrap. If you do have any recipes that you would like me to try, please send them through to me. You can DM me, you can jump in on Discord. There's a recipe suggestion box in there. Remembering that I am allergic to eggplant and chili, so any recipe that we can't tweak those ingredients out of, we won't be doing. This recipe is a perfect example. Had chili, replaced it with mustard, works just fine. Well, had chili in the curry powder, so works just fine. Also, keep an eye out on YouTube. We've got a couple of new things. I've got a couple of new things coming in that I'm going to do an unboxing for. One is a new monitor. So this all-in-one computer that I use as a monitor and as a streaming computer in here in the kitchen is being retired to the kitchen. So we're still going to use it here for this show. But it will, when it gets turned off, it gets to relax and not be a monitor in its spare time. So, because it's getting old. So So yeah, we're going to have an unboxing on that. We're going to do an unboxing for a, we have a YouTube. Hooray, toys! We have an unboxing for a new joystick that I've got. And the something dark side. Yes, new joystick, right? Because I found the original X-Wing game, the original TIE Fighter game, and the original TIE Fighter versus X-Wing game. Speaking of dark side. So I found all those 3 games, and I booted one up, and I'm thinking, you know, we'd just play on the keyboard, do whatever. Nope, need a joystick. So I went out and I have purchased a joystick. So we'll see how that goes. We'll do an unboxing and a little bit of a review on it, on them. We won't be doing those live. They'll be going straight to the YouTube channel. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. That'll be coming in the next couple of weeks. Yay! Probably won't do an unboxing for the bolt of silk that I've got coming. Probably. Might do it at the start of a stream. We'll go, look at this gorgeous silk. So yeah, we will. That's what's coming up. That's what's going on. So thank you everyone who joined us. If you're just watching along, don't forget to hit the follow button. Follows are free, but they mean a whole lot to streamers. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the like and subscribe buttons because they're free on YouTube. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for just being you. Hopefully we will see everyone tomorrow morning, Adelaide time at 11 o'clock. No, 10 o'clock for some more Valheim. Hopefully we'll see you there. If we don't, we'll see you when you see you. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye!
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Don't forget to check the description for any links I may have left there. If you like the video, please press like or subscribe to my channel. Next video in the series is up here. Until then, stay safe, have fun.